Hey Gemini, welcome to a reading. Gemini, if this reading resonates with you, please like and or subscribe. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading for personal guidance, feel free to check the link out in the pinned comment or the tagged products that I will recommend based on what I see in this reading. What's going on with Gemini? Gemini, I was sitting here, so I was trying to figure out what sign should I do. And I started channeling, you're not around, you're uninvited. You're uninvited. I'm getting mean girl, mean boy. I'm getting work. I feel like there's a conflict around people, Gemini, or somebody's feeling casted out, Alanis Morissette. Yeah, I feel like something has soured in a connection with you and someone here. Oh, wow, the tower. Very unexpected, very abruptly. Something here is no longer, the foundation was cracked, but now everything's falling apart, right? There is a bit of depression here with this as well. Sadness, Three of Swords, and the Queen of Cups hidden. Cancer feminine energy could be around a mother figure, a sister. This is hitting familial to me, or this could be your energy, right? There's a feeling of sadness, like I just want this to stop, So if there's a conflict, it's like someone wants the memories to stop, how something happened. It's like they keep replaying something over and over and over. So heavy emotional energy here. What was the tower for Gemini? It wasn't just you that fell out. There's another person here too. So what's the tower for Gemini? What's the tower for Gemini? Devil in reverse. Oof. Someone's level of control, toxicity, bind. Something fell apart here, but it was very toxic. So either it was very codependent, controlling, unhealthy, fearful, binding. It broke apart. So a truth came out and it broke something apart. Was it a truth about a third party that broke apart? You know? What's the devil? What was the devil? Let's get more specific. What was this devil? So the devil basically exploded. So let's see. What is this devil? Let's get more specific for Gemini. What is this devil? The Three of Wands. What was the devil? The Queen of Wands. Yeah, for some of you, it was infidelities. For some of you, it was infidelities. There was a mistress here. And somebody may have found out. For some of you, somebody left somebody behind. I see two women here. So it does feel like somebody could have, yeah, I don't know. For some of you, maybe somebody was chosen. For some of you, maybe somebody was very jealous, very promiscuous. I mean, there's a lot going on. For some of you, there could have been like witchery stuff here with the Queen of Wands and the Devil. Like if somebody did maybe somebody did a cord cutting, you know what I mean? Something like that. It feels like something very unhealthy and binding was broken apart because a truth came out, right? Either a truth came out or somebody casted a really good candle and broke something up, So I do feel like something here crumbled and somebody left something behind, so I do feel like a breakup here. I have Aries, Pisces, feminine, and then I have Cancer, feminine energy, and I also have Capricorn here, and heavy Pluto. So Scorpio, maybe Aries. Why is the Queen of Cups in reverse for Gemini? Why is the Queen of Cups in reverse for Gemini? Ten of Wands, because she feels overburdened. Either she feels like she has to bear the weight of the responsibilities, right? So for example, if there were two people together, they break up, they shared assets, they shared something monetarily, something, right? Capricorn energy, devil energy, and then it breaks up and now one person's left with to have to move out or have to hold the responsibilities or carry the weight. So somebody feels there's a feminine energy that feels like they're carrying the weight of what happened, almost as if the responsibility of it or the actual physical responsibilities. So this person's feeling very heavy, very worn out. Okay, yeah, Lovers in reverse. There could have been a breakup here. There could have been, again, it's coming across as a truth. And what was the truth, Spirit? What was the truth? What was this Tower? What was this major realization that pretty much caused this chaos? What was this major realization with the Tower in Gemini's reading? What was the truth in this Tower? What was the truth? Besides the toxicity, besides the desires, you know, this Six of Wands was the truth. Something came out. So somebody could have saw something. Somebody could have felt like they were with somebody for ulterior reasons. Or somebody could have saw something here. So there could have been a battle, so it's going to be different for all of you. There could have been like a competition, right? Because the competition comes before the Six of Wands. So there could have been fighting going on, whether in love, career, whatever. Somebody won, right? Somebody won. It was all about somebody winning something, gaining something, getting the attention of something. Somebody was looking for a victory, and boom, the truth came out, somebody's motive. So I feel like for some of you, somebody was exposed publicly. Oh my God, you know who just came up in my head? Trump, because Trump's a Gemini. So something could have came up publicly. Okay. Wow, okay. So yeah, something came out publicly. All right. Something was seen. What is the Three of Swords in reverse? The Page of Cups. What's the Three of Swords in reverse? Someone here I see reaching out to see how somebody's doing with the Ace of Swords. They're trying to find out information, trying to see how somebody's doing, trying to bring a level of truth. I feel like someone here, it's a Piscean energy. They're trying to see where somebody's at mentally. That's what I feel. Either this person's delivering a truth or they're trying to inquire about a truth, because this was very heartbreaking. This could be a child inquiring or friend inquiring, a sibling. They're trying to figure out how to give someone emotional support so that they can, to help them ease the pain, you know? You have the 10 of Cups, so this could have been about around family, or this could be somebody trying to show emotional support. Now, I want to see, where's Gemini's energy? Gemini, your energy is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. There's a lack of community support here. So for example, right, I don't want to get political, but I mean, Trump did pop up in my head. There's a lot of decisions being done around Iran and Israel, right? And this could literally be Trump's energy, right? Where he has this idea, but nobody agrees. Like many people don't agree with it, right? So let's look at it metaphorically, right? And Gemini, your energy is showing up with the King of Swords reverse and the Ten of Pentacles reverse. So it could be that your energy feels very disconnected from your community, not feeling supported. It could be a disconnection within your relationship, especially long term. You may feel like you don't have the right answers or the right decision. There could be some criticism, some anger, maybe. It does feel, Gemini, that you're not pleased with something here, especially when it has to do with the people around you or a relationship, right? Again, it's shared assets. So I do feel, Gemini, that I do feel, yeah, Gemini, you're right here with the Magician. I do feel like you feel that you have to take control of a situation, that you have to make a choice about something here. Chariot in reverse, around travels, around movement, around direction. Okay. Maybe you're cutting somebody out, right? Maybe you're cutting somebody out of the will. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you're divorcing. Um yeah, that's what it feels like, Gemini. Some sort of truth came out, right? And all this, and again, this truth was around desires, personal desires, intentions, things like that. And then something was known, couldn't be ignored anymore. Now there's sadness and there's emotions and there's jealousies and envies and aggressions and unpredictabilities, and then also lack of proper decisions and directions. but it just feels like everything's just, it's the feeling of everything's just falling apart. Where's everyone going to scatter? That's how it feels. So, Gemini, I don't know how this resonates with you. Yeah, look, 8 of Cups. Someone might have to walk away from a situation, emotionally detached from a situation, move away. It does feel like that. So you're going through a tower in your life. What is a lesson in Gemini's reading? What is a lesson in Gemini's reading? What is the lesson in Gemini's reading? The Ten of Swords is the lesson. You know, and Ten of Swords as a lesson can be the worst is now over. It cannot get any worse than this. It's the 10. So somebody could have felt betrayed, right? It's accepting the betrayal, accepting the defeat, okay? Processing that and knowing that clarity will come soon. So something can no longer be the way that it was. It was bound to turn into this, the 10 of Swords. So all you can do is accept the defeat. And what's the Ten of Swords for Gemini as a lesson? What is this around? Because this could be betrayal, backstabbing, psychic attacks, magic, all that. 5 of Pentacles reverse, 5 of Cups reverse, 8 of Wands reverse. This is about someone trying to get out of a bad predicament. So who sacrificed who? You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. Who had to betray somebody to get ahead of something? That's what it feels like. Because I feel like someone here is trying to recover physically, emotionally, financially, faithfully, right? Oh, Instacart's calling. Give me 1 second, Gemini. Hello? Sorry about that, Gemini. It was an Instacart order, and she was like, which building are you? Because I don't want to. And then she cut out, even though I put the instructions. Anyway, so it really does feel, Gemini, that a really big truth. Oh God. Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's like someone doesn't want you to know almost, right? Give me 1 second. Okay, everything happens for a reason, Gemini, and I feel like, confusion will be cleared, but there's a need for an acceptance of defeat, something out of your control at this point, right? And all there is left is to accept something and then figure out how you're going to move forward, right? What is your truth? What is your integrity, right? What decisions do you need to make that's right for everyone involved, including yourself? So I do feel here, Gemini, that something here that was hidden, High Priestess. There's an inner knowing of what is right that you need to do in order to navigate this situation that feels like it involves more than just yourself. Okay. Um. Okay. So what message do we have for Gemini here? Siren Serenade. Embrace the rhythm of life and let your movements flow with the currents of change. So, yeah, confirming that you're going through something, I think, very unexpected, very uncomfortable. It's a tower. It's meant to steer you in a different direction, give you an opportunity. Sometimes these towers, they're not physical, but sometimes they're internal, right? Like a mental awakening, a mental realization, a trigger. Sometimes it's external, like house fires, you know? Um, But this is something to where it's like you cannot ignore it. This is something that's like it's punching you in the face, right? And so how can you process this? How can you accept something, and then how can you make the right choice? You know, it's like leading with honesty, integrity, direction, and logic. Okay? So it does feel like spirit is saying you're going through a change. You need to go with the change and not fight against the change. Okay? But for some of you, I do feel like it's a harsh truth, a harsh reality of something here. Um, and it has to do with more than one person. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much, Gemini, for watching. If you want a personal reading, feel free to do so. I would recommend a general one. With this kind of energy, a cleansing, maybe a road opener if you're interested. Okay, bye.